Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and we've got some big information that has come out about the new edition of Blood Bowl. So stuff has leaked about the new Blood Bowl board game, and people are essentially assuming that it's going to be in Blood Bowl 3, since that is supposed to come out this year, unless it gets delayed because of COVID stuff, but we don't know. There's been some leaks, and right now I'm looking at the Circus of Paint, who has put together this blog post kind of going over all the different things that have leaked. So if you want to check this out, I'll put it in the description. But let's see. So one of the most noticeable things to me were amendments to the characteristics used by all players in their respective stat lines. So it seems like there's going to be a new passing stat, which I think is fantastic, because no longer are you going to have crazy elf teams that can pass and catch and dodge and like do all this. So it seems like agility will now be just for dodging, catching, and picking the ball up. And passing is going to be so you can actually make a thrower. I think this is fantastic. Now you can actually make a quarterback, and they're going to have other stats as well, but the fact that you can boost the passing stat and make them just really good at passing, I think it's great. And now you don't have, like, gutter runners that have, 5 agility and they can do everything. So it's pretty much just a nerf to, I think, most agility teams, right? Because it seems like if you're a high agility team, you can do so many different things. So this helps to, I think, even that out just a little bit. Also, it seems like the armor value is going to be changed. So instead of saying he has armor 7, you have to roll an 8 up to break it. It's just going to say he now has 8+ armor. That's just a clarity thing, So it's like, oh, armor 8+. You roll an 8, you break the armor. It's going to be exactly the same. But I like that. I like the clarity, because one of the most annoying things to deal with. Hold on. I keep looping this Blood Bowl theme music. This is the old Blood Bowl thing, by the way. Hold on, I'm just gonna loop it. This is like Blood Bowl, the first Blood Bowl on Steam. I used to love this theme too, it's great. Anyway, I think one of the most confusing things when you get into Blood Bowl is just reading all the numbers. Speaking of Blood Bowl 1, it was extremely confusing as somebody who is brand new to Blood Bowl to learn how to play using that, user interface. And so Blood Bowl 2 made a lot of improvements to the user interface, and now it seems like with this new edition of Blood Bowl, they're making even more clarity and simplification of how to read everything. And I think that's great, because it is, it's got a bit of a learning curve. So let's see what else they say. Passing actions themselves have changed with a -1, 2, 3 modifier for short, long bomb passes respectively. Quick passes no longer confer a +1 modifier. As a quick comparison of modifiers from 2016-2020, you've got +1 on quick, 0 short, -1 long, +2 long bomb. And then 2020 would be 0 quick, -1 short, -2 long, -3 long bomb. As such, to balance new modifiers, PA values of all players is something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with agility, and it's going to be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So, yeah, so it's easier to read. So if you have a passer, and let's say your passer has a 5+ in their passing skill, that means you have to roll a 5 up on a quick pass to complete it, a 4 up on a short pass, a 3 up on a long pass, and then a 2+ on a long bomb, which, it's a long bomb. But I mean, if you have a 6+ passer, that's like a 50% chance you're going to make that pass. That's actually pretty solid. So obviously I'm going to be doing that and making some crazy stuff. Let's see. We've also got Fumbles. Agility. Agility stats are actually a point better in equivalence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's 5 + 4 + 3 + 2 + 1+. None of the starting players have an edge of 1, but I'll assume that under Blood Bowl 26 it would be an edge of 5. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, still great. It's just, it's clarity, right? It's 4+3+2+1, so it's just easier to read. Fumbles have been also clarified as a rule that an unmodified roll of a 1 on a passing attempt always fails. This was in a Blood Bowl 2016 as extra rule, but now has been incorporated into the core rules. A fumble is now also caused if a player with a PA of attempts to make a passing action. This makes complete sense. Players such as zombie linemen and goblin fanatics shouldn't have the ability to attempt a pass. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There's some people that should not be able to pass. As much as I would love for the powerful passing memes to be a thing, you know, it's, they probably shouldn't. Wildly inaccurate passes. So this is a new one I was reading about. They're new and caused on a modified roll of 1 on a passing attempt. When this happens, the ball will deviate from the square occupied by the player performing the pass action before landing. Time of writing, there's no further context. Stunty players have their own injury table now. Casualty table's been simplified, so a roll of a D16 rather than a D66, stat reducing lasting injuries have now been consolidated in their own table of blah, blah, blah. So that's very good. Again, another simplification, so a D16 instead of a 66. Just bust out the old D66. Should be good. Being marked is a new game term that pops up several times in the rule book. Big hand skill, for example. Imagine this now defines the -1 modifier for attempting to make various rolls on things like breaking out of opposing tackle zone or picking up the ball with an enemy player adjacent to you. Oh yeah, so it's like you're marked. Okay. That would make sense, because I think people say that anyway, right? Skill changes in addition, so accurate can longer apply +1 for long bomb passes. Probably no longer. I think they just typed it. Ball and chain has been completely reworded and expanded upon for ease of reading, but the results of the skills remain the same. Bombardier specifies that a throw a bomb action can only be attempted once per turn. Another change is once caught rolling a d6 on a 4+, the bomb immediately explodes, and on a 1 to 3 it must be thrown by the player that has just caught it. No longer the option to choose to not throw the bomb once it has left the bombardier player's hands. In addition, the exploding bomb can add a +1 modifier to either the armor or injury roll for each player hit by the explosion. So bombs get mighty blow. Yeah, woo. That's spicy. Cannoneer seems like the replacement for strong arm with a +1 modifier for long bomb passes. So yeah, it's just another skill, so you can specialize more in like doing long passes, probably elves, or you can do shorter passes with, you know, probably more like orc teams and stuff like that. Claws now work on an armor roll of 8+ before modifiers, not after as it was in Blood Bowl 2016. Thank God. All the mighty blow claw pile-on shit kids get roasted. Cloudburster appears to be new and forces opposing coach to reroll a successful attempt to interfere a pass. Oh, that makes interceptions even harder then, yeah? Huh. Well, I don't know if I'd want to take that. Well, I guess if you're taking like you're making a quarterback, you know, you could probably take that. So that might be all right. Maybe it's like a skill down the line after you've gotten pretty good skills. Dauntless now works if the player can make multiple blocks, such with Frenzy. That's cool. Dirty player now has a +N assigned after it, where N is the modifier applied to either the armor or injury roll, usually +1, although we can't see the rules text. Presume Mighty Bow +1 works the same way. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I think that's a dirty player buff then, right? Yeah. Fen no longer works on chain pushes caused by ball and chain. Frenzy, specify can't be learned by a player who already has the grab skill. Fumble Rooski, this is a new one. This is a new and great name. The skill allows the ball carrier to voluntarily drop the ball during a move blitz action, choosing the square where it lands and not causing a turnover. Yeah, and he mentions for Dark Elf runners. That seems like it would probably be good for Dark Elf runners, yeah. That is an interesting thing to add in, so you can voluntarily drop the ball when you move or blitz. Huh, interesting. Disturbing Presence specifies it affects both throw teammate and throw bomb actions. Hail Mary Pass can no longer be used when the blizzard weather effect's in play. Alright, well, that's fair. However, it could make for some crazy plays. Horns adds +1 modifier before others, such as assists, other strength modifiers to your revenue. Ironhard Skin negates opposing players using the Claw skill. Leader rerolls can no longer be lost due to Halfling Master Chef inducement. Pro works on 3+ now rather than 4+. However, you can no longer reroll a failed pro attempt with a team reroll. Wait, works on 3+ now than 4+. You can no longer reroll a failed pro attempt with a team. Oh, okay. That's good. Honestly, that makes pro like pretty solid. It's higher than 50% now with pro. I mean, yeah, I'd consider taking pro, especially on like a thrower. It seems like they're heavily pushing emphasis on making like a quarterback passer, which I think is great still. Running pass is new and allows continued movement after a quick pass has been resolved. That's pretty neat. That's also good for elves, so like you're just running around, you're like, woo, and you keep running. That's actually pretty nice. So you can actually pass to somebody. So you got an elf, right? And you run up, you pass, and then he's next to somebody. You can go mark that guy after you pass the ball, and then your guy with the ball is a little bit safer. So that's actually a pretty cool thing to have. Shadowing now works on target number of 5 or an unmodified roll of 6 rather than 5+. However, an unmodified roll of 1 is an automatic failure. It is also now specified skill can be used multiple times in a turn, including the opposing team when marking it. Shadowing is always just annoying. I hate dealing with it. Tentacles now works on a target number of 6. Otherwise, the changes to the wording is exactly the same for the shadowing. Very long legs. Modifier for intercepting now called to interfere, which is weird. I don't know why they call it interfere now instead of intercept. Like, I don't know. Intercepting is like a thing in American football. So whatever. Has gone up to +2. In addition, it seems, as well as normal leaps, jump, attempt to cross over, prone stun players on the field. Oh yeah, so now you can jump, attempt to be made to cross over prone stun players on the field. So you can jump over prone and stun players now. Interesting. Very long legs reduces negativity modifier +1 for either actions. Wowee. Team roster changes. Let's see. Shambling undead team. Skeleton lineman. PA 6. Or 6+. So, not great at throwing. Lost access to passing skills on a double improvement roll. Alright. Zombie lineman. Reduced quantity from 016, 012. PA said trumpet music. So they lost the passing skill. Lost access to passing skills in a double. So your zombies and skeletons not gonna be passing very well. At least the skeleton can still pass. That's good. Ghoul runners increased by 5k GP and passing 3+. White blitzers now pass on a 5+. Mummies increased by 5k GP. Mighty blow now specified as mighty blow +1. There's also some stuff. Apothecary, no? What's that mean? I don't know. Skaven teams. Skaven clan rat lineman, PA 3+, lost access to passing skills on double improvement roll. Skaven throwers increased by 15k GP. This now puts Skaven throwers same cost as a gutter runner. Oh my god. And PA 2+, so now they can start throwing. So yeah, your Skaven throwers now actually are going to be useful. Yeehaw. Gutter runners increased by 5k GP, PA 4+, so 4+ passing, and lost the Weeping Dagger skill. Removed from rules? I don't even know what the Weeping Dagger skill is. I don't know. You would think I would after playing this game for so many years. Skaven Blitzers, PA 5+. Rat Ogre. Animal Savagery. So they think there's a new name for a wild animal. Loner now specified as Loner 4+. That's another interesting one, is that it seems like there's 3 tiers of Loner now. So there's like Loner 3+, 4+, and 5+. So it can be to varying degrees how your Loner roll is gonna go. I don't know how or why, but I do like that. I like that it has a variety instead of just loner. And Mighty Blow +1. Team rerolls reduced by 10k each. Cool. So yeah, they mainly changed it to distinct throwers from gutter runners, which I think is fantastic. Goblin teams passing 4+, all same otherwise for the linemen. Bama increased by 5k, passing +4 or 4+. Looney passing is gone because he's holding a chainsaw, makes sense. Pogoer increased by 5k, passing 5. Pogo stick skill. Magis incorporates both leap and very long legs, no longer on the Pogo's profile. So yeah, that makes sense. The Ooligan, reduced by 5k, passing 6+, gains dirty player +1, loses fan favorite skill. The Doom Diver, PA 6+, trained trolls, increased by 5k, passing 5+, loner now specified as 3+, thanks to @DMW1119 on Twitter for the correction. Thanks, DMW. Interesting that loner for the troll works as a 3+ opposed to a standard 4+. So yeah, that could be interesting. Mighty Blow +1. Projectile Vomit skill. Oh baby, buckle up. Buckle up, folks. Who knows who's going to get vomited on? Halfling teams. Here we go. Let's get to the bread and butter. PA 4+ for the linemen. Lost access to passing skills on double improvement roll. Wah, wah. Halfling Hefty, passing 3+. Halfling Catcher, increased by 5k, passing 5+, and lost access to passing skills on double improvement roll. So your Hefty is your passer as a Halfling team. And the Altern Forest Treemen pass on a 5+. Cool. But they also say Halfling Master Chef entry has the usual price reduction for Halfling teams, but is now defined as 100k GP for teams with the Halfling Thimble Cup. Special rule. I theorize this is how star player recruitment will work as well, using the team special rules to tag star players to be recruited by which team. Woo! Yeah, and then they got their closing thoughts here. So that's all of the changes that have been leaked so far. There's probably some more, but for the most part, I trust everything right here. I think there was also some I saw for like the kickoff tables changed, like a couple of those have changed, and there's like some other things. Because I mean, there's still like a lot of rules and stuff that we don't know about. So I think the biggest thing still is just the passing stat being added. That is huge. And I am personally a huge fan of that change. I think it's great. And hey, thanks to Circus of Paint putting this all together. Again, I'll link this in the description below if you want to check them out. Give them a follow the blog, see if they post any updates or anything. And it looks like they also do some Warhammer painting, which is fantastic. Love it. So thank you very much for watching, and subscribe, comment what you think about all the changes, and any updates you might have seen. You can comment those down below as well. I'm pumped. I think this is great. I've also seen people be like, are these changes going to be in Blood Bowl 3 though? And I feel like they would have to be, right? Like, if you're going to release a brand new version of the game and then you're going to release Blood Bowl 3, like, why would it use the old rule set? I feel like that would defeat the entire purpose, you know? So if I had to take a bet, I would bet these changes will be in Blood Bowl 3. Maybe not all of them, but I would say a good chunk of them. But I would hope all of them. So either way, subscribe, bell, comment, like, share, follow this blog, and yeah. Okay. See ya.